Work, kid. Work, been way up for a minute now. Hold up, it's been a minute. Wow, I've been way up. I can feel it now. Tell my family I'ma get it.
All right, people, you guys are watching and or listening to another Nomadical video for your entertainment. Be sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, share, and of course, subscribe for more epic, awesome, cool, funny content just like this one. Today, I'm going to bring you guys some news from the RFK Jr. campaign. Here's the news. Tomorrow, there's going to be a Zoom meeting in my local area. I may or may not attend said Zoom meeting on the campaign. Depending on what time I get back from town, I may or may not join. There's also going to be a national Zoom meeting on Thursday, scheduled weekly, that you could sign up for on the Kennedy24.com campaign website. There's also going to be the Sunday prayer circle this week Sunday, and I suggest you guys check that out too by going to Kennedy24.com. Another thing that is interesting that happened just the other day is there was an event with, I forget what his name is, but I think his name is what? JP Freedom or something like that. He's a ginger guy and he's got the hippie hair. Guy was hilarious. But him and a few other local comedians were there to do a comedy show slash signature gathering party in Austin, Texas. Kennedy Jr. was there, Cheryl Hines was there, and Nicole Shanahan, of course, were also there as well. And sounds to me like it was a good time. In other news, tomorrow, May 15th, there is going to be a night of laughter in Nashville. Rob Schneider and others are supposed to be there as well. Cheryl Hines, of course, going to be there. Kennedy Jr. going to be there. It's going to be an exciting night of laughter, and this would be the third night of laughter of the campaign. So be ready for that and check it out if you can. In other news on the campaign, just yesterday, RFK Jr. turned in his signatures to get on the Texas ballot. He turned in over 250,000 signatures to get on the state's ballot. However, we all know that Texas is a tough state to get on the ballot for. They have a strong Republican Party. They also have an equally strong and belligerent Democratic Party as well. So don't be surprised if those signatures do get challenged. However, for now, you can celebrate that he is technically on the ballot in Texas. Other states RFK Jr. is on the ballot on is Oklahoma, Delaware, and just recently California as well have been added to that list. So definitely exciting news. RFK Jr. definitely making headway coming into the 2024 election. I told y'all not to sleep on him. In other news, conservatives, especially evangelicals and Team MAGA members, are extremely upset over RFK Jr.'s stance on abortion. RFK Jr. was on a podcast with Sage something. I forget her full name, but I know her name is Sage because I watched the YouTube video a couple of times. But, I thought it was a great podcast. RFK Jr., he said that he is for medical freedom. He believes that a woman does have a right to choose, and in which case, he said on that podcast that he believes that the state shouldn't be getting involved in in the abortion process or anything for a mother. Now, this statement was retracted later by a tweet that sent out that seems like RFK Jr. is going back to his original stance, the stance that I actually preferred more, which was the 3 months ban, first trimester, and then after that you got exceptions for rape and incest situations, as well as mother/baby health as well. You should have exceptions for those open as well. And that's what Kennedy has said. Now, I think I understand why evangelicals and conservatives would be upset about that, because they aren't pro-choice at all. They don't believe that a woman has a choice in that matter. A lot of them. Some of them do barely. Some of them make exceptions for rape and incest or whatever. But you also have a crowd that doesn't believe in that as well. Now, personally, abortion isn't that big of an issue to me, just because I'm not really going out there and needing to get an abortion at any point. I'm a male, and I don't have a partner that would be getting an abortion at any time. So whether or not it's banned or whether or not it becomes a thing doesn't really affect me. Another thing is you have to realize, like, we're under the Joe Biden presidency, who's way further left on this abortion thing than RFK is. If Joe Biden can't get something passed, who is deliberately and belligerently trying to go out there and get abortions back, trying to reinstall Roe v. Wade, and he can't with a full Democrat Senate, Democrat majority Senate, and a very slim Republican majority House that is now controlled by 2 rhino Republicans. If he can't get anything done on abortion, then how do you expect that RFK Jr. would be able to get anything passed in terms of having these full-term abortions? It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Also, Donald Trump says leave it up to the states, and that is a pretty passive response as well as far as abortion goes. There's some other things as well that I want to talk about, though, regarding the abortion stuff while we're on the topic. Specifically, the More Options, More Life plan that Kennedy Jr. has. The More Options, More Life plan essentially will take money away from the Ukraine war by stopping the Ukraine war, take those funds that we would have used overseas on a proxy war, and would have instead reinvested them into all sorts of aspects in life, including this More Options, More Life plan. More Options, More Life plan essentially will do is it will give mothers more options. It will give them the options to adopt. Foster care system is extremely, extremely congested. You can decongest that. They need more funding. You also have these other adoption care centers as well. Not only that, but you'll also get more knowledge and, public announcements on these options as well. You'll get funding for single mothers to get access to daycare, which is extremely important and extremely crucial. You also get more funding for midwifery and support groups and maternal clinics. These are all very important things that we should be investing into the country, not sending the money overseas to a proxy war. Anyways, I'd say check it out on Kennedy24.com and go look at it and see if you like it. Anyways, that is all the news for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Nomadic Cole. This is the Nomadic Cole signing off.